Oh my god, I haven't played since April 30th of 2012. What a new game.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Xbox 360. Does it say that I'm playing MGS3?
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
And look at these sweet graphics, bro.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization.
Love
Equipment
it.
check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
A brick. Poking that Cuban, bro.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Look at that sweet hair, man. All the hair that we had back in the day, dude. Fucking layers on layers, bro.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Any waste, he says.
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
My god, dude, I'm getting antsy just waiting to play this
Depressurization
game.
complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
No, I've played it before,
Sunrise.
but it's been a long, long time. What's going on, Raving Savage?
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's
First
first
Halo
Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status
Ripple was
okay.
pretty dope,
All
though.
green.
Prepare for
Back
drop off.
old school as it
Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
You had to do some flips, huh? What's up, animal? Yeah, dude, I broke out the 360 and I forgot I had the HD collection. I never beat it. Or actually, I never played it. I just bought it.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous
My
mission.
360's been sitting in a box in the garage at my mom's
No,
house,
the
and she's
virtuous
moving out, and I
mission.
went and grabbed it. I was like,
Future
oh,
of our
snap!
Fox
And I had all my
Unit
games in there.
If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Yeah, I bought one at GameStop
Sounds
for like
some
20
kind of
bucks.
initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right.
Right.
So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested a site
I am gonna watch the
west
story though,
through one
so
of our
if y'all don't want to
models.
be a part of that, I understand.
His name is
but
Nikolai
it's been a long
Stepanovich
time.
Sokolov.
My day's been pretty chill, man. I got an air filter for the Civic. I got the antifreeze ready for the Lancer. My parts aren't gonna be in until Tuesday now. And
Sokolov.
worked out with
Isn't he
Alice.
that famous
and
rocket scientist?
I'm doing this thing.
On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned
Yeah,
space
bro.
flight
Hot,
in
hot, hot.
history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken.
Well
The
spoken.
rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly
Like,
established...
you were anticipating this
Design
game to
Bureau.
come out. You were waiting and
From a
waiting and
lowly
waiting, and they hit
technician
you
to
with
head of a
like
design
30
bureau,
minutes of story
that's
at the
quite a
beginning.
success story. So why do
Cutscenes
you
and
want to
story, baby.
defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country. And
What
his
wa- what else was
family
in
behind,
the-
went over the fence.
What else was
Not
in the
exactly.
HD collection?
One of his
Because I got
conditions
2 and
was
3
that
on
his
this
family
disc,
was
and I don't
also
remember
to be
what's on the
taken
other
safely
disc.
to the west.
I think it's
We used a mole
Peacekeeper
to
or
get the
Peace Walker
family
or
out
something like that.
first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
That's it? It's just those 3?
I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then.
I wonder why they put
Then
both
what?
of them on one disc and then
We
one
got
on the other.
Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
Man, these
The
cutscenes,
Cuban
dog.
Missile Crisis.
I'm gonna go take a leak while this happens.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th,
Yeah.
the Soviet Union agreed
Yeah,
to remove
I,
its missiles from Cuba. And so the
I've never
world
played
avoided
it,
a
so
nuclear
can't
holocaust.
say anything about it.
But in order to get the Soviets to pull
I'm
their
gonna go
missiles
through them
out,
chronologically,
we had
I
to make
guess.
a deal.
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were
I also miss
obsolete.
David Hayter's voice.
We were going to get rid of them
Voice
anyway.
is so good.
They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight.
Creepy.
Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question.
I don't even remember how to do
KGB
CQC
supervision.
in this game.
What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it?
I hope
Something
there's
to
a
do with
tutorial.
space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Yeah,
Something
that's
to
my
do with the
list,
weapon,
bro.
I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Alright, back to the Halo jump. Loading. 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 You gotta worry about that with the PC now, bro.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Up and shoots on, boys.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the
I don't know
balloon
what's up
and
with
pull it
like
up.
the
Fulton surface-to-air recovery
shift on
system.
the subtitles.
I'm
It's
familiar
got like
with the theory.
shadows underneath it. or
Take it
something.
easy.
Weird.
It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes
Guy,
wrong,
home in time
You'll
for
be
dinner.
eating
he said.
dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Not remember how to play this game at all. I'm about to embarrass the hell out of myself. Superhero landing, superhero landing. Wow. Top tier graphics, bro. Top tier. Yeah, some more cutscenes. Love it.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
Snake.
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be... I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons
Definitely gonna
and
get
equipment
caught
are
once or
procure on
twice.
site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
Oh, is that what you do in real life?
I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Right. Hear this hard drive spinning. Oh man, this is old school, baby. Awesome looking game. You attack again? Okay. I gotta remember how to do it, bro. Oh, okay.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
How'd you see that, bro?
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna.
Left, right on the
You can use
D-pad.
either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
Oh.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However,
know
the
that.
suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare.
Warfare.
There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there, This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word.
Got it.
And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement.
Read faster than they can read it. Five, 7, 3. Yeah. Alright, I know it's quiet. Button. Oh my god, so much dialogue. How the sound come out. Yeah. But you see how long it's going now, and I'm reading it. Blah, blah.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Pull out the Nightfall super slow. My bad, bro. I'll let it play from now.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Now. What did it say for C? Be cutting up some hose, huh? Visual novel. Is that what it says? Okay, it automatically put it in the categories, I guess. I don't remember what to do here. Oh, hello. Really? I was right there next to the stupid thing. Alright, first death. No big deal. Thought I was close enough to the edge to come back up. This fool was like chest high and he died. Bodied by mud, bro. Oh yeah, there was B. This one. That was my bad. Interesting. Rip. Alright, I'll let it play this time.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
Got CPC.
You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Sadly, I get body. I'm gonna save first. Body up.
Saving the game, Snake?
Hey, I'm playing in 2005. Back up.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
What? You
It's
never
a
heard of
movie.
Godzilla, bro?
You haven't seen it?
Come on, man.
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So
Well, with
then
the
what
sexual harassment right off the
Godzilla is
bat,
immune to
dude.
all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original
That's why my
Japanese
pants
one
have
if you
been
ever
so
get the chance.
tight.
It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Bro, this game wouldn't
Where
make
can
it
I
these
see the
days, bro.
original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
Gojira.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
I'll take you to one,
Not
girl.
really.
Holla.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Alright, that was... I don't remember how to do see. Oh, that was the wrong button. I don't remember what button it is. Why is it frozen? Hello? I don't remember the button. Hit that, bro. Yeah, already, bro. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm trying to figure out the button layout.
Over there, I see him.
What the fuck? I have to have the knife out? I don't remember having it. It's been a minute. What's that thing? Shooting at me. I remember the AI being just dumb.
see him.
Okay, that's the button. Okay, now I got the button down. Get up. Oh, it's so annoying. Now I got the CQ. What was the button to slit his throat? It was like left stick or something. When I'm out of that. That was the wrong button. And the load times are forever. Turn him around. Turn him around.
HQ respond.
This is HQ.
Speak. Answer me.
Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
Like that. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna jump off the edge again. Or restart that shit. Man, like poop right now. Insane, I'm playing like. Might not be the best to stream, I'm just saying. Oh. Remember how to get across on the NC. That wasn't the right. Oh, hello. Up. I'm probably gonna die. Later, man. Huh? What? Okay. Yeah. About simple plan. Oh, nice. Oh my god.
Huh? Someone there?
Be cool. Oh, what was the button?
Who's that? Radio, get us some backup. Respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted. West.
Shot up. I remember this game being this hard, dude. I'm like falling off my Metal Gear Solid game.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
This is a dump.
I can't
I'm
see
sucking
Sokolov
at this
from
game
here.
right now. Rick and Mikkel
Security
and
is
Animal
pretty
and
tight.
hi. Oh yeah, well he's leaving, but somebody
There are
else is in here. I
sentries
don't know.
posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Thank you. I just asked please and thank you. I didn't say do it or die.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to
What's up,
any
bros?
kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Alright, so I'm gonna screw this up again. So here we go. Yes, dude, it is very difficult for me to get used to it. Especially on the 360. Ah, dude, he wouldn't crawl. What the hell, man? Get out of here. He would not crawl. Ugh. Not used to this game at all. Come on, guys. What's up? Right in front of get used to this combat one way or the other. Kill me. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Gotta get used to this game. Drive me nuts. Like the fact that you can't crouch walk. Did you not hear that, bro? Gonna see me.
Huh? What was that? Huh? Huh?
Speak.
The others? I think I saw something.
But
I think I saw something.
pick him up. Weapon away. God, stop moving, bro. Stop moving.
Nobody here.
Yeah. You tell.
Speak.
Press the action button in front of a drum barrel.
Speak.
Fast!
12 gauge shotgun. I'm gonna get the hang of this game again, I promise.
Huh? What was that noise? Huh? Footsteps.
I'm getting hot.
Speak. In this area, there's a weapon.
Got that weapon already, bro. Actually. Everybody. Ah. Look, pizza.
Huh?
Who's that?
What happened?
HQ.
This is HQ.
Enemy sighting. Requesting backup.
Need some of that mouse too. Or the mouse is in here with that snake though.
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation. Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
That's up.
Somebody there?
No, nobody's here. Nobody's here at all.
There's nobody here.
I don't know how to enter. Not in first person mode, I don't know how to enter it. out again. I didn't know you could change music. You aim down sight.
HQ. This is HQ.
Oh, okay, got it.
Patrol here. Unable to locate the problem.
Understood. Return to your position.
Get out. Fell under the house. Gotta figure out how to keep my run speed slow so I can sneak up on these boys.
Speak. Speak.
Use the action button to climb ladders.
Oh, thanks for that. He left. Okay. Getting the hang of it, man. Jeez Louise. Give me a second, though. Sure.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize
Alright, it's taking me so
control
long
of
to
the
kind of
motherland.
refigure out this
Ever
game,
since the
man.
Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago,
Man.
Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away.
A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
I speak Russian.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Revolver Ocelot introduction. Hey, what's up, house? What are you gonna do? Kung Fu him to death? Kamehameha? Try to be skinny, bro. Pounds, but thanks.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Ooh. Hey. The spurs on his shit, flipping around that little P-22.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
It's funny if he went off and shot himself.
He's the Ocelot commander.
Red Dead
That's
Redemption
Major
2, it's
Ocelot
out.
to you.
Don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
Why is he talking with his hands like that? Damn, what a shot. He did. He did. After this cutscene though, I'm gonna have to cut it because dinner's ready.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Nope. Not yet.
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
What that stance is, bro.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
The game should be like not that good at it yet. Yeah. Judo flip, son. Ember.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
definitely still can't play this game just yet, man. I'm so cute.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov, too. Apparently, they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
There is gonna be meatballs, bruh. Alright, I do have to go eat dinner though.
Do you want to save? Okay, good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
Oh, god dang it.
You want to save?
Try this again tomorrow.
Snake, do you know the...
No, I don't think so. Was go for the evening. Later.